Okay, welcome. We are going to be practicing eyebrows today. This is a really easy one. Eyebrows is something that people will sometimes struggle with. I'm going to give you some tips today to help you along. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I want to welcome you to the Art Breakthrough. This is where busy moms can find time to draw and relax and recuperate. And learn some really good drawing tips. Today we're going to be going over how to draw eyebrows. I know that's something that sometimes people will struggle with. Hair is one of the more difficult things, and that is exactly what eyebrows are, is just short hairs. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to give you some tips that will help you with that. So go ahead and grab your pencil and your paper, and I will meet you at the drawing table. Okay, so there are two major things to think about when you are drawing an eyebrow. The first is going to be the main shape. So when you're looking at the kind of the outline of the eyebrow, you want to see what shape that is taking, where it's going. So is it thick? Is it thin? What kind of angle is going on here? Is it straight up? Does it start going to the side? In general, you're just kind of looking for the big like block type shapes. Okay. When you think about what shape it's got, you're not going to want to draw those outlines harshly on your portrait. It would be a good practice to look at some pictures and draw the block shape by itself, just to practice that bit. But when you're actually drawing your portraits, you can absolutely draw the block shape, but the other thing you're going to look for is the direction of the hair. You would start by blocking it in very, very lightly. Because you don't want that outline to show on your portrait. And then you're going to start looking at the direction of the hair, which it goes in different portions as you go along. The different areas of the eyebrow, for instance, this front area next to the bridge of the nose, typically the hair is actually going straight up where it starts right here. And then as you go along, it starts to go to curve diagonally, usually upward like that. And then when you come to this part where it's curving down, or it's not always curving down, but when it's further to the edge of the eyebrow on this side, it will typically have the hair start curving down. So let's follow these arrows. Follow along with me, and remember, this does not have to be perfect or anything. You're just simply practicing getting some of these directions down for where the hairs go. It's important to remember that an eyebrow is not going to have perfect hairs all aligned like this. It's going to actually look more natural with a little bit more variation. So you can see these are pretty lined up, but I'm actually going to go back over this and start adding in some hairs that are going in different directions. Still in general following my direction of my arrows, but I'm giving it some variation. Some of these in the very edge can be a little shorter sometimes as well. And then also sometimes we have some hairs that are actually going quite down in this area as well, coming from the top. Usually those are sometimes a bit lighter. They're not always super prominent. Sometimes they're more prominent on men than women. So I'm just kind of going over that and building it up. You can have some of the hairs come outside of your outline, because that's typically what happens as well. You see some hairs just kind of little starters down here. Let's do one that's a little bit more straight like this one. So let's lightly draw in our shape of our brow. And then we're going to use these arrows as guidelines again, starting with the almost straight up, and then we start angling it right away, and then angling it more. And now we're going to start to curve it down on this side. Okay. Now I'm going to go over that again with some different directions and variation to add in. I'm pressing too hard, that's why I'm getting these. These little dots, because I was pressing too hard and putting my pencil down. So I'm just going to keep going over those and kind of cover those up a bit. Darken this up. Okay. And then of course, sometimes you'll have the eyebrow where you don't really see the hair because it literally is drawn on with makeup. So if that's the case, then you wouldn't draw all these hairs. You would actually go ahead and draw the outline lightly, of course, to start, and then just fill that in. Okay, so practice looking at pictures, just doing eyebrows rather than drawing the whole portrait. Just practice looking at eyebrows on photos. Try both methods of the block shape. What is the main shape of the eyebrow? And then practice drawing the different directions of where the hairs go. And that will help you in your eyebrows and for your portraits. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for showing up and drawing with me today. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and watch the next one and like this video, share it with someone, and subscribe to the channel. I have a free PDF down in the description. Don't forget to grab that. 22 tips on how to carve out time for busy moms, and it is absolutely free, so grab that today. And I will see you next time in the Art Breakthrough. Bye-bye.